And that was one of the main issues with Oliver, keeping him around. Like, he didn't keep up with mowing the yard or anything like that. Like, maybe I could have found him a mini to keep and keep him company, and I could just have some cute lawnmowers that are actually beneficial to my environment because of how, look at my soil. But he's not worth it. He has murdered all of my hens. Yes, I know that shock. People are like, a donkey. He's a mule. He's not a donkey. He's a cross. Yes, he stomps them. He would stomp the dogs too if he could catch up with them. So, and he wasn't as bad with the horses. He'd just be like, chickens you can't share dropped grain, you know. So he was tolerable with the horses. He doesn't really like people or anything other than other equine, and it's just weird because we wanted to love the guy. So that's why things are the way they are. Late garden one, chicken massacred, and the evidence was there that they got stomped on. So that's all there is to it. So yeah, I've come up with a few other things so far, and I'm trying to aim around $5 a cup charge. Since I have to work, it's going to be confusing for people that possibly, you know, I'm just trying to keep it simple. Trying to keep it as simple as possible, because like I know that my intervariegated Houseplants and my silver mint coin lacanosa are more expensive than these plants. This is a regular green lacanosa, which is still pretty high value this year at this time, but sometimes you can find them for a really good price, and it's not like a Home Depot plant yet. So we got that going for us. So yeah, so that's what I'm coming up with, just to make it simple and easy for everybody across the board. And you can either Cash App me, or I'll just have like a mason jar out there or something for cash. So, and I've also got some Easter cactus cuttings because I chopped her. She's looking a little wet. Just not happy. So I'm just gonna, yeah, she's getting babied right now, and if she doesn't live, I will buy another one at Lowe's this spring, don't worry. So that's where I'm at. Still coming up with little plants and cuttings. Like, these are all rooted up. I'm hoping that's obvious because they are potted in chunky soil, and then some of them are not. They are in sphagnum moss with perlite with the extra holes to help. One thing I do not care for about spag propagation is having to clean the roots off really good. Now, I haven't tried dunking it in water, which is, I can't remember which popular plant seller online sells theirs. I think it's Plant Haven Toronto. They suggest dipping it in like a bowl of water to get the sphagnum moss off, so you know, you keep that water by hand and all that. But it can lead to root rot problems because of inconsistent watering. Like if you've got pieces of spag hanging onto your roots, that's going to hang on to water more so than the surrounding soil conditions will. Therefore, you'll have plants that look more like this, which this plant is just trying to root more so into the soil. So I know what's going on with that plant. It's not sphagnum moss, but that is a sign that that is what's going on if it starts to look like that. Watering issues and roots. So I hope that makes it a little clearer. So I came out here a little after 3, you know, when the sun started going down, and was checked on these plants. Can I plant them out this evening, afternoon, or can I not? So they're pretty stinking dry. I don't know what the roots look like until tomorrow, but I'm going to, I top watered them. I got them in this agriculture little tray here. It's a feeding dish, soaking in water, bottom watering, because I've done that with that granny Kentrell that's coming back to life, and these plants are going to be just fine. But I am going to make the chop on them. I already got some cherry tomatoes growing and some cream sausage and whatever. I plucked those off, and we're going to chop, get the plants to go again. I did end up watering them with some regular Neptune's Harvest fish and seaweed fertilizer. Usually you would not fertilize plants in the heat like that to get them to pop back up. However, these plants were dry, they are under a lot of stress, and they need some sort of help. So this is the best situation for them, and they are going to do just fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and chop them back somewhat. These are new plants growing on, this is a Roma, or Black Sea Man. See, that's why I do that, Roma 24, because that's why I grew last year, 25, because that's this year. And you got some new growth growing out there that looks really healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this plant right there. And I'm going to chop it in a garden bed so it can chop and prop. Because I do that so I don't have to fill up with more compost later. Oh crap, here is a sad looking pepper that I just found. What is this? A Serrano? Well, listen here. We'll stick you in here. That feels pretty heavy now, that pot. I'll stick you in here. I'm gonna let you soak on up. All right. So back to the chopping. Got a new growth point coming here, and it's bent anyway. Chop it off. Oops. I got these Fisker's pruning scissors on Amazon Prime Day, 2 pair for like $1 or $2 more than just a single pair, so it made sense for me to go ahead and buy them. So now I got a pair inside and out. I'd like to get more kinds poked around everywhere. All right, let's look at this one. Same thing. That's where it starts to look real bad. Chop. So basically that's what I'm going to do to all of my tomatoes. That's the one chicken there so far. We're waiting on some siblings to hatch out, which they're on their way. Several chicks have little peepholes in them. So see, it's not getting out, and I got it all duct taped, both sides for the most part. I mean, just debris is going to get caught on there, and then wings won't stick to it. So, and the little bits, I mean, they're not really going to get stuck on that. See, I'm just scared. See, I'm just scared. And then I got my older pullets over hiding on me. Come on, girls. They're awfully bashful. And there's 8 Americanas and 8 Rhode Island Reds. What do you guys think? What is it, Falcor, Pink Puppy, and Isis? Alright, guys. I'm going to get off here and relax the rest of my night. I love you, and so does Jesus. God bless. Good afternoon, good evening, or that weird in-between time, aka the golden hour, where it's kind of golden outside. It's after 5 p.m. here at Western Kentucky. We have some, that's my west facing, let's see if I can angle it right, west facing side of the house. So none of my indoor plants actually get full west facing exposure. So the added grow lights are a bonus. But this is not about my house plants. This is about my in distress tomatoes and still getting a harvest out of my seeds. And usually every year when I'm late, it's because I have problems with seed germination. You know, but this year my seeds were on point, and well, they're just not going to stick around and wait for me. But let's turn around and look at this progress so far, because things have happened within a 24-hour period. Quite a bit. It's kind of crazy. So these are the ones that I've hydrated, chopped off in the last part of the video, and look at them coming back to life now already. This has soaked up all of the water out of the tote, and the leaves are green. These did not sit and get the chance to soak, but they still look a lot better. So I'm on the right path. Now, the heat index is, it's hotter than somebody, you know, that works a corner in church. That's the saying. And so that's also going to be added stress with black landscape fabric on the ground. I'm going to try to wait for a different day to get some of these plants in the ground. I mean, the Serrano pepper, I might go ahead and just run it down there. Peppers love heat anyway. Yeah, I got these tomatoes on the road to recovery, and I'm not trying to rush that. We will get a harvest before frost. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up and post this part of the video, because this is going to be an ongoing experience. I love you guys, and so does Jesus. God bless. Hello, I'm Mackenzie, and I have some houseplants to offer. So these are $5 cups. Some of them are higher value than others. I've spent more on the plants than others. So they're smaller, but just really to keep things simple altogether, they're just $5 a cup a piece. And so let me go over the plants. This is a rhizomus begonia. I'm not sure the exact variety. Mauritius is what my Planta app says, but there's a lot of this kind of rhizomaceous begonia that looks really similar, so I'm not real sure, but she's a good grower for me. Then I have Hoya huschkiliana intervariegated right here. These are pretty rare. I did spend $80 a prop tray, which I thought was a really good value. This is Hoya lacunosa silver mint coin. Another rarer plant that you will not find at Walmart or Lowe's. Hoya sunrise, that's also rare. The lacunosa silver mint coin is rooting in sphagnum moss and perlite. And huschkiliana begonia and sunrise are also potted up in soil. They're well rooted. This is regular green lacunosa, and she's well rooted and potted in soil. Hoya carnosa, potted in soil. Calathea repens, pink panther, rooted slightly in soil. Peperomia pastrata is prop cups and sphagnum moss, and along with Syngonium Maria illusion. So that's it, and I can accept payment via cash or Cash App.